everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a hair video. I haven't done a hair video in a quick minute. I'm going to be reviewing a curling iron. It is the Irresistible Me 8-in-1 Sapphire curler, and I've done a video with Irresistible Me before. It was like back in like April, I want to say. It was a review on their hair extensions. When they had emailed me, I was super excited to try this out because, as you guys know, I curl my hair pretty much every single day. Over the years, you guys have seen me curl my hair a lot of different ways. When I first started my channel, I wore it like how it's like naturally like super tight curls, like little ringlet curls, and I've done videos with like little teeny tiny curling irons and curled my whole hair that way. So my hair's changed a lot over the years, and I've curled it a lot of different ways and done different like videos kind of throughout. But the cool thing about this is that since it's an 8-in-1 kind of curling iron, you get the actual like curler, but then you get 8 different barrels here, and those different barrels is pretty much everything that I have ever used on my channel in one box, I guess. And yeah, I'm just really excited about this because a lot of these I haven't tried before. I've always wanted like a wand curling iron, like the actual where it gets like bigger and then smaller, you know? So I was super excited when they sent this to me because it's got several different kinds of wand curling irons, regular curling irons. Like you can see, I will get into like all the details of the different barrels it comes with, but as you can see, there is quite the variety here. And then you've got like your standard curling irons like I use every single day. So it's a really, really good kit. This is around $200. But you get basically 8 curling irons in one. You also get a glove, and it comes in this like little travel bag, which is heat proof, which is really cool because I've actually gone out and bought like a bag like this before to put my curling iron in whenever I travel or go to a friend's house or something. If your curling iron or straightening iron's hot, you don't want to put it just like in your bag with your clothes. It's gonna like burn your stuff. So having a heat proof bag to put a curling iron in with traveling and stuff is really, really like really good to have. So it folds out like this, and it holds all of the 8 barrels and then the actual like main curling iron. So that is really cool. I love that this is heat proof and that it comes with a glove because I've curled my hair like kind of like, I don't use an actual wand, I just use a regular curling iron, but I curl my hair as if it was a wand, if that makes sense. And I've done that with my hair for years now, and I cannot tell you how many times I have burnt my hand, my arm. Like I burn myself pretty much a lot, like not really as much anymore, but when I first started curling my hair like that, I burnt my hair, or I burnt my hands so many times. So I love that it comes with a glove because I can't tell you how many times I wished I had one. That's kind of like a brief little overview of what we're going to be talking about today. So to start off the video, I'm going to show you guys the 8 different barrels that you get with this curling iron. So the first one that you get is this pearl one. I'm showing this one first because I think this one's super fun. It's really funky. But this is the pearl curling iron. So with this one, you get really like wild, natural kind of curls. So for me, like I said, my hair is naturally curly. If I were to just go to the pool or let my hair dry natural, I get these like really crazy, like kind of like natural curls. And that's the kind of curls that you can get with this kind of curling iron because it doesn't have a uniform shape. So each curl is going to be different as if you had naturally curly hair and you just let it dry. So next are the reverse wands. So anything that is like not completely straight and like a uniform size throughout, they're going to be like ascending or descending. So they're going to get either smaller or wider at the bottom. So you're going to get 3 of the reverse barrels. So 2 of them are going to start off wider and then get skinnier at the end. And then this one is going to start off skinnier and get wider at the end. So the smaller one is the 18/9 millimeter. So obviously you're going to start, woo, almost poked my out. You're going to start at 18 millimeters and go down to 9 millimeters. So this one is going to be super duper tiny. And I think this one would actually be really good. Whenever I put my hair up, I like to have a few pieces down, you know, like the little, like my little fallout pieces or whatever. This would be perfect for that because you could get like those little tiny like baby hairs, like nice and little skinny, and the wider to smaller shape I think would make them look a little bit more natural. So I think this would actually be really good for that. And you also have this one. This is going to be the 25/13 millimeter. So you're going to start at 25 millimeters and go down to 13. So this one's like the other one obviously, but just a little bit wider. So if you don't want them that tight and small, then you could use this one. And then this one is kind of funky. I've never really seen one that looks like this. It kind of looks like a baseball bat or something. And it is the 13/25, so it's actually going to be the same sizes as that one. It's just going to start at 13 and go up to 25 millimeters. These reverse ones are really fun because this is how you will get like the very like natural looking beach waves or mermaid curls. I remember that was really big a while ago. People would use these kind of like little tiny ones to get like the mermaid curls. Like it would start big and then their hair would be really skinny kind of tiny curls at the end, but the top would be really big and loose curls like I have. So that's really cool. I've always wanted to curl my hair that way, but I've never had a wand like this before. I think this one would work really good to get some like nice loose like beach waves. So you can start it a little bit skinnier and then have it wider at the bottom. This is really different. I don't think there's very many curling irons like this, but this would give you a really natural beachy waves, because if you look at like, for example, my hair is like naturally curly like I mentioned, and it's going to be curlier and tighter at the root and then get like looser towards the bottom naturally. So you'll get really cool natural beach waves with this smaller and then wider one. This is the 25 millimeter barrel. This is very, very standard and classic. This is the one that if you're just going to use one pretty much every day, it's probably going to be this one for most people, just because this is, like I said, a very, very standard size. This is about like I'd probably say like a 1 inch. So this is like what most people would use. You'd get kind of like I actually use the 32 millimeter barrel, which I'll show you in a second, but this is just going to be a little bit tighter curls than what I have. But for people with shorter hair, this would probably be perfect. Or if you have longer hair and you want just like not quite this loose, you want just a little bit tighter curls, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be like a very like medium curly kind of hairstyle. So not quite as loose as the ones I have in, but not really like tight, tiny perm kind of curls either. This is just going to be a nice like everyday perfect curling iron. And this is going to be the 32 millimeter barrel. This one is actually in the curling iron because this is the one I used today. But this one's going to be quite a bit bigger compared to the 25 millimeter. Here is the difference. So this one, I guess this would probably be more of 3/4 of an inch, and this would probably be 1 inch. But this is going to create very loose curls like I have, very like big romantic like Victoria's Secret kind of curls. Very natural loose waves. So I would say, yeah, like this looks really looser and more relaxed. And these are the type of curls I like to go for. But this 25 millimeter would probably be really good as well. Both of these would be very like everyday kind of curling irons for me. And then you also get 2 small barrels. This is going to be 19 millimeters and then 13 millimeters. So as you can see, those are both very, very tiny. This would be good if you have longer hair and you want tight, like perm light curls, but you don't like if you have long thick hair, you're going to be there forever with this 13 millimeter. So if you want the really tight perm curls but you don't want to be spending too much time, this is going to be perfect. But if you do want those really, really tight curls, this 13 millimeter is going to be perfect for you. So when I first started my channel, this is the kind of curling iron I would use every single day. I've actually done a tutorial on it. It's my first one. It's copyrighted. I've got One Direction playing in the background, but this is the kind of curling iron I used. I had really tight curls everywhere. So this is like what my middle school self would have just like died for. What I think this would actually be really, really good for if you were like my younger self and if you have naturally curly hair and you wear it naturally curly, but you just want to kind of touch up the front pieces. That's what I did. What I would do most days is just kind of like scrunch my hair with some mousse, have my natural curly hair, and then I would take a small curling iron like this that mimics the size of my natural curl, and then I would just kind of touch up the front pieces or some pieces here and there, just make it look a little bit more polished. And that's what I did pretty much every day for like literally the majority of my life. So this would be perfect if you do wear natural curls and you just want something to kind of touch it up. So all of these barrels are very, very like good to have. Some of them more fun, like the mermaid ones and the pearl one would just be kind of fun to play around with. But you have a lot of like standard barrels. For me, like I said, I've owned kind of like a lot of curling irons like this before. So I've got like several different curling irons, which if you add up the cost of buying all the like a small curling iron and a big curling iron and a medium curling iron and a wand curling iron, like it's gonna add up and be way more than $200. So $200 is a pretty low price to get basically 8 different curling irons, and these are all really, really good quality. Those are all the barrels. Like I said, you also get a glove, so that's what that looks like. I love the heat proof glove. It's really, really nice to have. Here is what the actual curling iron looks like. So I'll show you here in a second. I'm going to do a demo and show you how I actually use it. It shows you here, it's got the LED screen. It'll show you what the temperature is. So this curling iron heats up very, very fast. It only takes about 20 seconds, which is amazing because for me, I'm always running late and turning on my curling iron is something that I forget to do a lot. Another nice thing is that it does automatically shut off. So that's really good too. I can't tell you how many times I've been late for work or something and left my house and gotten on the highway and thought to myself, have I turned off my curling iron? So it shows that the LED screen will show the temperature. So when you first turn it on, I typically turn mine up to 450 degrees just because that is what the automatic heat was for my other curling iron. So I'm used to curling my hair at a pretty high heat, and I'll show you in the demo that I don't hold my hair in the curling iron for very long because my hair is naturally curly and it holds a curl very good. I don't have to hold it in for very long. Obviously you probably will, for most people, you won't want to keep the heat that high. You'll probably want to turn it down a little bit lower so it doesn't burn your hair or anything like that. But it is nice that it does go up to 450. While it's heating up, even though it only takes 20 seconds, it will show you along the way. So it'll say like 100, 150, 200. It shows you what the temperature is at that moment. It'll also say off, and then the light is blue while it is heating up, but once the light's green, that means that it is on. It's on the temperature you set it on. To remove the barrel, you can see right there it's got a locked it's got a little lock on it and then an unlocked. So as you can see, my little triangle is pointing to the locked one, so the barrel is locked in. So what you're gonna want to do is just turn it to the unlocked, and then you will just take the barrel out. So you gotta use a little force, but you just take it out. That's what it looks like on the bottom of the barrel, so you're going to want to match that up with the 4 holes inside of the actual like curling iron. To put the barrel in, you're just going to want to line up those dots and then the little like lines on the side, and then you'll just push it in. It's really easy. And then you'll just want to switch this back over to where it's locked. So you'll just have to click it in there, and then it's locked and it's not going anywhere. So it's actually not going to turn on unless you have a barrel locked in there. So if it's on the unlocked, it's not going to turn on. So some other facts, the actual barrels are made, they are tourmaline, if I'm saying that right. So tourmaline is very long lasting. It lasts a lot longer than the ceramic kind of barrels. Another nice thing with that tourmaline, if I'm saying that right, technology, which is what this is made out of, it actually combats frizz. So I show you kind of when I'm doing the demo how my hair looks a lot smoother than what it looks like with my normal curling iron. So I guess this has negative ions in it, and the negative ions just makes your hair look smoother and shinier and less frizzy. The negative ions also help to like protect your hair from like getting damaged and everything. Another nice thing with this curling iron is that it has a 1-year warranty. What I really liked about the wand is that it does make my hair look a lot smoother than some of my other curling irons. The main thing that I like about it is that it heats up in 20 seconds. Like I already told you guys, that has saved my life so many times. I love that it has the auto shut off feature, and I really like that you can switch the different barrels, because I have never had a curling iron like this where it comes with the different barrels that you can switch out. It's also really easy to travel with. So if I was going to California or something and I wanted to bring all of these wands with me so I can kind of like switch up how I curl my hair, it's not going to be a problem because you've got this whole entire thing that rolls up, and it's pretty tiny. So it rolls up to this, and this is, you can definitely stick this inside of a bag. That's like super easy. Whereas bringing 8 separate curling irons would be a little extra. That would probably not work out very good. So yeah, it's super easy to take with you, and the case is heat proof, which I think I already mentioned. So that'll be really easy to travel with. I don't really travel very often, but you know, because I don't travel very often, I do run into problems with that kind of stuff sometimes, just because I don't have completely travel appropriate, like I don't have like a travel case for everything. So it's nice that it already kind of comes with that. So now that I've kind of told you guys a lot about this curling iron, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I use it and how it works to achieve this look. Okay, so all I've done with my hair so far is I got out of the shower and I round brushed it like while I was blow drying it, and that kind of helps because I have naturally really curly hair, like pretty like ringlet type of hair. If you watched my videos when I first started my YouTube channel, you would know that my hair was like super curly. So I will round brush it straight, and this is like the straightest I can get it, but I will just curl my hair in looser curls from like this. So that is what my hair is at so far. When it gets to green, that means it is at what you set it at. So now we are ready to go. I have the 32mm barrel, which is just completely straight down. And if you guys would like an in-depth hair tutorial, I can do that. But for this video, I'm just going to be kind of showing you how this curling iron works and how it curls my hair. So I usually start off by sectioning it off. So as you can see, this is probably a good third of my hair, and this is like the rest 2/3 are up, is like up here in this little bun. The 8-in-1 Sapphire curler does come with a glove, which I was super excited about when I first opened it. But on a normal day, like I've been curling my hair for a really long time and I haven't normally used the gloves. I'm used to like not using a glove, so I feel like it's hard for me to like grip my hair just because I'm not used to it. But so for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna not use the glove, but I do recommend if you aren't very experienced or even if you are experienced to use the glove, because obviously if it's at 450 degrees and you are kind of like getting your hands really close, you don't want to burn your hands. But I would consider myself pretty experienced, so I'm gonna go ahead and not use the glove just because it's a little bit easier for me. I'll take about this much and I kind of alternate how much I use. Sometimes I'll do like big chunks of hair and then little, but this is what I do. I usually kind of hold out the end, like see how this end part wasn't really getting curled, because I like the ends to be like a little straighter. It looks a little beachier, a little looser, a little more natural. So that is what the curl looks like. As you saw, I really didn't hold it in long, so the longer you hold it in, the tighter the curl is going to be, and like the better it's going to stay. Like I mentioned earlier, I already have naturally curly hair, so my hair doesn't have any problem holding a curl, so I don't really have to hold it in for very long. But if you have straighter hair, you're going to want to hold it in for a lot longer, and you might want to turn the heat down. But for me, I typically only hold it in there for like a second, so I usually keep my heat pretty high. That is what it looks like so far. It is pretty fast. It usually only takes me 15 minutes to do this to my whole head. Sometimes 20 minutes maybe if I'm starting with like freshly showered hair, you know. This is what it looks like. This is what the finished product looks like. So as you can see, that was pretty fast, pretty easy. And then you'll use the 20% off another time. So if your 20% off is a better deal, then you'll get to use that one. But if they are doing a better sale on the website, you'll have to use that one instead of the 20% off, which makes sense. It's a better deal, so you want the better deal anyways. And then also make sure to check out Irresistible Me's app. It is only for iPhones as of right now. So I think I've mentioned everything. If you guys have any questions, make sure to ask me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, or in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I would definitely check this out if you guys like curling your hair and having like different barrels to play with, because $200 is really not that much more than what a normal curling iron would cost anyways, and you're getting 8 curling irons, and it's really, really good quality. I'm not just saying that since it has been sent to me. I got it like about a couple weeks ago. I've been using it every day. If I didn't truly like it, I would have only used it a few times and then gone back to my Hot Tools curling iron. But I genuinely love this. It makes my hair look so much smoother, and I love that you can change out the barrels. So I've been using this one pretty much every day, and I highly recommend it. I absolutely love how it makes my hair look. Like, I probably won't go back to my other curling irons. That's a really good deal. A lot of brands will offer these like kind of like 8-in-1 or 6-in-1, like these like multiple barrels, but usually they're around like $300. They're not usually as cheap as $200, which $200 isn't really cheap, but when you think about it, like I think a Hot Tools curling iron is about $100 anyways, but you're getting 8 curling irons instead of 1. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!